Ethiopia is set to issue licenses to let foreign investment banks operate in the country, a key step ahead of its planned launch later this year of securities exchanges. The country's economy is still heavily controlled by the state, a legacy of being a command economy for decades. But the shift by Abiy towards more private sector involvement was notable for being more ambitious than previous attempts at opening up.
It's a growth trajectory. This tells you one fundamental truth, that the depth of the Ethiopian economy, the strength of the Ethiopian economy is something that will sustain, and it's because it relies on real performance of the key sectors.
There are currently no investment banks in Ethiopia, and commercial banks are only able to offer limited funding to businesses due to prudential requirements. Demand for capital raising services is huge because businesses are currently paying 25% interest on commercial bank funding and have to provide collateral worth 70% of the value of the loan, a bottleneck to the economy.
The macro situation of our country is very clear. We went through a very difficult and challenging time in the past 5 years, but one has to look at where is the Ethiopian economy now compared to other comparable economies in the world. So we rely mainly on a very limited amount of capital requirement, but the most important requirement for us is experience and a know-how.
The government's implementation of a series of economic reforms designed to liberalize the economy, attract strategic foreign investment, and promote private sector growth makes a solid foundation for Ethiopia's growth story. These reforms include the privatization of state-owned enterprises, the liberalization of key sectors such as telecommunications and aviation, and the simplification of the business registration process, reports economists.